Hey guys, and welcome back to another Conan Exiles video. Today we are in the Exiled Lands in map square J4, building a militarised Turanian outpost. All of the mods used in decoration are in the pinned comment below, so without further ado, let's get started. Firstly, I started off with, of course, the baseplate. I'll be going for a fairly simple design, including a small yard, 4 small buildings within that yard, and an exterior retaining wall that merges into the keep, the main building of the outpost. I don't really use Turanian all that often, so I'll be using that material set almost exclusively in this build, aside from some storm glass accents on the main keep. Once I'd built the fence foundations to create the plan of the outpost, I then started to build up the yard. For the yard, I built up the first level of walls for each building. These will all be utility buildings for the outpost, and they'll be relatively small and packed full of workbenches. I also set the entrance with a gate frame, and then I used Turanian walls to build up the exterior retaining wall 1 tile high, which will eventually have a flat top that guards can walk across to patrol the perimeter. I built the exterior wall, as I said, 1 tile high, and I then built walls 2 tiles high to create the basement of the keep, according to the room plan I set out earlier. Next for the keep. This keep will be 3 stories tall in total, including the basement, and each story will be 2 tiles high. I'll also be gradually reducing the size of each floor to create a bit of difference in the size and shape of the build, so that each floor isn't identical to the one below it or above it. Along with the Turanian walls and door frames, I also included storm glass windows in the keep, just to make things a little bit more visually interesting than the utility buildings in the yard. The keep isn't going to be a palace or anything like that, it'll be more of a communal building for the soldiers and the leaders of this outpost, though the choice of Turanian will help to make things feel a bit more opulent. When I'd finished the construction of the keep, I then raised the centre of the keep up by 1 tile and then finished building the walls of the buildings in the yard. After that was done, I then built the exterior wall up a bit more, building it 3 tiles high to sit above the yard, covering it with Turanian ceilings and building the front corner towers up to 4 tiles high, so they sit just a little bit higher than the rest and balance out the build a little better. I also built a large balcony on the top floor of the keep to connect to the walls, and then fenced off and added stairs to said wall. Next for the roofing. The rule of the roofing in this outpost is quite easy. Rather than building them in my usual way, I'll be using regular and corner roof pieces to create roofs that lean inwards to the centre of each area. I also later chose to use sloped sides and inverted corner pieces to add gable detailing, but these roofs are still really simple. I scaled this idea to each separate roof across both the yard and the keep, and I think this works perfectly for the Turanian style. Finally, when the shell of the build was done, it was then time to, of course, furnish. Approaching the build, I've added a small stables area outside the front gate, and I've lit the build with Eldarian braziers, along with Turanian lighting options. I've also included 2 guards at the gate. Entering the yard, this is where the majority of the hard labour within the outpost takes place. Within the 4 buildings in the yard there is a blacksmith, an armourer's workshop, a tannery, and a kitchen, which will happily serve food to either the hungry guards on the wall or cook food to take up to the keep. I've tried to decorate each section well for its respective purpose, and overall I've tried to cultivate an area that seems like it will be a busy work hub, and with workers tending to their respective stations, the air would be full with the sounds of metal being struck, the heat from the stoked furnaces, and the aroma from the mixing of the paints. Entering the keep, we'll first head down into the basement. Down here, this is the soldiers' quarters, and it's likely where they'd spend their time when they're not required to be on the wall or in the workshops. On this floor, there is a dormitory, an armoury, a small bathroom, and the personal quarters of the general, who leads the combat arm of this outpost. Legend has it that this general is a fearsome leader from Kitai, where he led a crusade against invading tribes, earning himself the nickname of the Golden Blade. His legacy is definitely shrouded in some form of mystery, so I think we might have to look a bit closer at this legendary military man in the future. Heading upstairs, the ground floor contains a storage section with an attached cold storage, a meeting room, a small library and a rear balcony. The meeting room is probably the most interesting room on this floor, and it's where high-ranking soldiers and leaders in the outpost would discuss tactics and plans for excursions. Heading up to the first floor, this level contains a private meeting room just for leaders, the commander's bedroom and the cartographer's workshop, who helps to create accurate maps and provide the best routes to certain areas for future missions. Finally, walking onto the balcony, either side provides access to the wall, which stands tall above the yard and provides good visuals around the perimeter of the outpost. And there we have it, a militarised Turanian outpost in the Exiled Lands in map square J4. Thanks for watching. I find myself rarely ever using the Turanian material pack, as I find it's just a bit too opulent and fancy for most of the stuff I build. However, I think it actually works really nicely with this design. If you've enjoyed this video, leave a like and let me know what builds you want to see in the comments below. As usual, anything is welcome. There are new videos coming at least twice a week, so do feel free to subscribe. Only 20% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel, so if you're new here and you've enjoyed this video, or you've seen a few of my videos before, hit the big red button to join the coffee cult. There are plenty more videos coming for you to enjoy. As usual, the links to my Twitch, Patreon and Discord are in the description. You can get 66% off a 2-year deal with NordVPN plus a month free when you visit nordvpn.org/EarEdYT or use code EarEdYT at checkout. I use Nord a lot to watch region lock content, but I would personally recommend it to anyone that values their privacy online. Purchasing NordVPN through my link goes a long way to help me and the channel out, and you also get access to the best rated VPN service on the market, so I'd recommend at least taking a look if you are interested. Nord has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you are not 100% satisfied with the service, you can get your money back quickly and easily. The links to get that discount are down in the description below, or you can just enter code EREDYT at checkout. If you'd like to support the channel directly, you can become an esteemed cultist on Patreon, where you'll get access to exclusive Discord roles, sneak peeks of new videos, and your name at the end of every video. On that note, a thanks to our patrons Sammy, Sadialot, Randar, Connor, Blue Ivy, Velma, Shannara, Torn, and Eagle Rose. Again, thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.